Good morning and welcome to another day of Bible prophecy. My name is Prophet C. Brazil. I am a modern day prophet sent by God the Father to prepare the way for the return of Jesus Christ, the Son of the living God. What I have behind me, if you might notice, a chart that I had to create and design to try to show you the significance of where we are in Bible prophecy and the meaning. I had to make these to give you an image to embed in your mind and in your thoughts. And everywhere they transcend into Bible prophecy, I will do my utmost best to give you a quality uh, in look to understand the significance coded within Bible prophecy of all parts of the scriptures, which I will try to attempt that I will have in the formatting of my work here. Well, the chart behind me is taken from Revelation chapter 12, 1-17. Uh, Even though I went through this, but I try to perfect my work in such a way to try to enhance it to give you a better understanding so you could get more in depth and I found out that I need to do a better job than what I've been, and each day I try to perfect my work even more. But to start today off with, let's go, if you have your Bible with your Holy Bible, previous recording, St. King James Version. Let's go to the prophecy of Isaiah chapter 5. This is concerning the United States of America, United Nations, and the land of Abraham, the seed of Abraham today, who dwelling is, and the region appearing in the chart behind me. As you notice on the chart behind me, there's two logos. There's a black horse and there is a pale horse. The black horse is the black prophet. If you notice, he came from Revelation chapter 6, verse 5. He had a fair balance. He's a man of justice. That's the reason God gave him these placed him with the balance. But the pale horse is a man of war. It's talking spoke concerning this matter in the prophecy of Isaiah chapter 5. This is what I want to get in to show you because it's the exact same reference. But I had to put a face identification so you would know who God talking about. And another thing I want to bring up, the reason I find this urgent is because of the troop increase in Afghanistan supposed to take place very shortly, ordained by Barack Obama and the CIA or whoever it is over the military fighting forces. But I want to show, if I could get this out and show you what transpired and where this fitted in Bible prophecy, then you would understand that this is not the works of a man, it's the works of a God. The thing that he promised us is indeed coming to pass. But because of the continuing transgression of men upon the face of the earth, God see it's necessary to bring judgment upon this earth in order to spare the earth from the contamination that man is beginning to impose upon all the living creatures within the earth atmosphere. Verse 5, Isaiah chapter 5, verse 1. Chapter 5, verse 1. Now will I sing to my well-beloved a song of my beloved, touching his vineyard. This is God speaking. My well-beloved has a vineyard in a very fruitful hill. He's telling us, giving us a significant, what we look for is a very fruitful hill. In other words, he's telling us where the vineyard is geographically located. It, it is a very fruitful hill. It's rich in natural resources, which is the crude oil reserve, which the heartbeat of man's factories and their craftsmanship, where they create various craftsmanship, depends on this crude oil. This is the significant part. And he fenced it and gathered out, verse 2, out the stone thereof, and planted it with the choicest vine, and built a tower in the midst of it. The tower, as you see, yeah, I got the Ark of the Covenant in here. This would symbolize the tower where Jesus was sacrificed in the midst of it. And also made a winepress therein. And he looked that it should bring forth grapes, and it brought forth wild grapes. And now, O inhabitants of Jerusalem, and men of Judea, judge, I pray you, betwixt me and my vineyard. When you use the name of Judea and Jerusalem, uh, Israel, you didn't count the whole tribe because they're consistent on the body of these names, the three names, two or three names. What will have been done? Verse 4. What could have been done more to my vineyard that I have not done in it? Wherefore, when I looked that it should bring forth grapes, brought it forth wild grapes. Sorry. And now go to, I will tell you what I will do to my vineyard. I will take away the hedge thereof, and it shall be eaten up, and break down the walls thereof, and it shall be trodden down. Verse 6. And I will lay it waste. It shall not be pruned nor digged, but there shall come up briars and thorns. I will also command the clouds that they rain no rain upon it. The thorns and the briars is the substance of the beast that's not of God. These are the military fighting forces of the Gentiles, the nations. That doesn't serve God. It's not fit for the sacrifice because that God would call them beasts. This is where we're going with this. Verse 7. But the vineyard of the Lord of hosts is the house of Israel. He's telling us that. And the men, the house of Israel had 12 sons. And the men of Judah is his pleasant plant. And he looked forth judgment, but behold oppression for righteousness, but behold a cry. Because of the adversary have gotten there and turned each brother against his brother and neighbor against the neighbor in the house of God, which is the geographic location of the chart where I have behind me. Now, he's talking to the United States on verse 8, Isaiah 5:8, in the United Nations. Woe unto them that join house to house, that lay field to field, till there be no place that they may be placed alone in the midst of the earth. That means they're going through the earth, creating a democratized system where no other system could be counted and numbered on earth, trying to democratize the whole world, taking the grace of God and changing it into his law. In my ears, said the Lord of hosts, of truth, many houses shall be desolated, and great and fair, without inhabitant. Yes, 10 acres of vineyard shall yield one bat, and the seed of an homer shall yield an ephah. Woe unto them that rise up early in the morning, that they may follow strong drink, that continue until night, till wine inflame them. I'm going to stop it right there. at the industrial